How's it going, everybody? Morgoth the Omen King here. Now, this is a very interesting video here because, well, I didn't actually plan on making this video, but it was actually through someone talking about this video and talking about how fucking insane it was on another server that I'm in that actually intrigued me. Trust me, there's another video that I currently have in the works, it's just I'm doing a little bit more research into it before I even bother making it. Yes, it's going to be a standard reaction commentary, it's just that I want to get all the history correct and I want to make sure that I get my facts correct whenever I respond to it. So don't worry, that'll be hopefully coming soon. In the midst of my random Elden Ring gameplay that I've been uploading as filler content until I have actually come up with something more meaningful for people to actually bite into, I finally managed to stumble across a video that, as of recording this, is about a month old, but I genuinely do not care because I still find this to be the most batshit insane video that I think I've ever seen. And it's a video that is simply titled, Doom is on Life Support, an update from Bethesda. And to say that it is clinically insane is it's an understatement. Now I will say that I'm skipping ahead about like 4 or so minutes because the first 4 minutes is just a very flaccid intro that really just serves no purpose other than just to like just speak words and I guess just try to extend the video's length or something. I genuinely do not, I genuinely don't know for the life of me. And of course there's also a fucking sponsorship segment that I'd rather not have you guys suffer through. So without further ado, let us sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and let's just dive right into this flaccid pancake of a video.
The Xbox Bethesda showcase was a huge disappointment. I think we can all agree on that, especially if you're a fan of its software and its IPs. Yet, one thing that happened at the very end of the showcase has had the Doom community speculating like crazy on what is going to be its software's next game.
Okay, first of all, I find it very funny that a channel that is mostly centered on Doom is using fucking Half-Life 2 music in the background. Like, this is the Half-Life 2 introduction music. I don't know why I find this funny, I just find this to be hilarious to me. But, second of all, id Software isn't owned by Microsoft, at least as far as I'm aware of. However, Bethesda is. And Bethesda, I guess, to some extent owns id Software. I don't know how the fuck it works. All I know is that Bethesda and id Software worked together when it came to the Doom and Doom 2 remakes, or Doom and Doom Eternal in this case, Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. But, you know, considering the fact that id Software isn't exactly directly owned by Microsoft, it kind of makes sense for anything related to id Software to not really be a major part of it. And it's also possible that they're still just kind of, you know, thinking of what the fuck they're going to do next. Who knows? Maybe they are going to make another Wolfenstein. Maybe they are going to make a Doom 3 remake. I mean, who really fucking knows at this point? And on top of that, too, okay, if we're talking about exclusively Bethesda in this case, listen, okay, Bethesda isn't fucking Bungie, where they're literally only known for, like, one actual IP as of right now that they use to constantly milk their consumers for time immemorial, okay? Like, Bethesda at least owns, well, 2 major IPs, not counting Doom and Wolfenstein.
At the end of the Xbox showcase, Phil Spencer appeared on stage with a shirt from the very acclaimed video game from the late 1990s, that being motherfucking Hexen. Released in 1995 and made by Raven Software, the studio that was relegated to developing Call of Duty DLC by Activision. Raven Software plays a very important role in the history of its software, as they both worked with each other to create awesome video games in the 1990s. In 1995, Raven Software released Hexen, which is basically Dark Fantasy Doom meets Dark Souls, in the sense that the game is f***ing hard as balls. Id and Raven Software would continue working together in the coming years. That was until Raven Software was bought off by Activision in 1997 for $12 million. The reason why I told you this very little piece of history is because it is very important we know and understand what Phil Spencer wearing a Hexen t-shirt on the Xbox showcase means.
This was the one point in this video that pretty much had me going, you know what, nah, fuck this shit, I'm making a video. Because that is genuinely the most corkboard conspiracy theory shit I think I've ever seen. This man wearing a Hexen t-shirt by coincidence is trying to display a subtle message of the future of Doom. What the fuck are you talking about? Has it just occurred to you that he just had a Hexen t-shirt and because there wasn't really a strict dress code, he just decided to slap it on because it looked cool and because it had something to do with video games. Like, what would it have meant if he, I don't know, was repping the Ultra Kill merch? Like, what would that have meant? What would it have meant if he was repping some Elden Ring merch? What would it have meant if he was, God forbid, repping Doom Eternal merch? Like, what the fuck would it have meant then? Because, like, trying to fucking psychoanalyze this shit based off of a t-shirt is by far the most, like, insane shit I think I've seen.
After this, I've seen a lot of people saying id Software's next game is going to be a reboot of Hexen, and while that may have some merit to it, I think some people fail to see the big picture. As of the recording of this video, 28 years after Hexen was released, the game is on patent hell. Still, if you're a fan of Xbox like I am, you will know that Phil Spencer likes to tease and hide important pieces of information in plain sight.
I highly doubt that this is a case of something like that happening, but whatever. Not everything has to be a fucking ARG, dude, I'm sorry.
To be fair, there's really nothing confirmed at this point, and yet, there's still a lot to talk about. The Xbox Activision deal is still going through, and if it does, then technically id Software could have the opportunity to develop alongside Raven Software a reboot of Hexen. Like I said, they own the publishing rights of the IP after all. Now, how does this affect the Doom fans, I hear you ask? Well, it all depends what id Software is doing. If they are indeed working on Hexen right now, then that means that we would get another Doom game until 2027.
And so fucking what? that's gonna be my question for you bringing this up. So fucking what? You're just gonna have to be patient. It doesn't exactly mean that Doom is going to be fucking dead on the ground within the next year or something like that. Jesus Christ.
Ever since Doom 2016 began development, the studio has been on a consistent 3 to 4 year development cycle between games. If we follow the pattern, then that means that id Software's next game should release in 2024, next year. And we should start seeing glimpses of that game this year, in the form of teaser trailers or concept art. My ass! In conclusion, if id Software is working on Hexen, then all hope is lost for more Doom content.
What? So wait, you're saying that just because there is a possibility that id Software is working on a completely different IP, then that means all hope is lost for Doom? What the fuck are you on?
Do I think that's the case? Well, id Software does own the publishing rights to Hexen, so everything is possible. However, the day I'm recording this video, which is Tuesday, June the 20th, Phil Spencer just confirmed that several Xbox first-party studios still have some unannounced games coming out in 2024. QuakeCon is happening later this year in August, and if id Software is going to reveal anything, that is the event we should be looking out for. As for the games that Phil Spencer might be referring to, well, where the hell is Wolfenstein 3?
Well, that's the point of them being unfucking announced. We don't know what those games are because they're probably either still in the oven or they're going to be such big releases that he doesn't want to reveal any names yet. I don't know what it is. Doom fanboys are like another species entirely. Like, there's like a different stereotype when it comes to different fanboys, alright? There's the Bungie fanboys that basically all suffer from buyer's remorse, and then there's the Doom fanboys that will literally compare everything to Doom, and then cry when there isn't any new information regarding anything related to Doom, and it's just, like, it's tiresome.
It's been in active development since 2017. Those are 6 whole years of development. Come on, Bethesda. I think BJ has waited long enough.
Well, you see, Bethesda is currently working on Starfield, if you weren't paying attention, so of course it's not going to be their biggest fucking priority to work on a new Wolfenstein game.
And at this point, nobody knows what id Software is cooking. What I can tell you is that this year's QuakeCon will mark the future of Doom moving forward. Because if you look at the development cycle from id Software, if they are not working on Doom, then it's gonna be ages before we see Doom Guy once again.
Okay, and all that means is that you'll just have to be a little bit extra patient. It doesn't mean that everything is fucking dying, and it also doesn't mean that Doom is on fucking life support. Like, all this means is that if there isn't a Doom announcement, then you're just gonna have to be patient. But that's pretty much the end of the video right there. It's... yeah, it's a little insane. So I guess, by this guy's logic, Doom is currently on life support because it's possible that they're working on a different game. Yeah, it makes about as much sense as that sentence even sounded. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like. That's very well appreciated. Leave a comment down below what you thought about the video, what you wanted to talk about next. And also go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want to see more content such as this. Also go ahead and follow me on Twitter, because why not? I don't care. But yeah, anyways, guys, this has been Sandy, and have yourselves a nice day.